Hello, everyone online. See Christy and Steven. Thank you, Jarrell, for turning on the camera. We want to see your smiling faces. We'll get started here in just about 60 seconds. There's Manu. How are you doing, Manu? So does how are you and Sam working together? You said you got 2 listings, so do you work the listings once you get them? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just looking.
There you go. Whatever works. Yeah, ready to go. Let's do it.
I'm willing to pay.
30%.
But you can double the rate, sit there and you know.
That's true too. Double up.
Yeah, but I just never liked it.
Don, can you hear me?
All right, let's kick this
I'll
off.
be ready in a minute. Johnny, can you hear
All
me?
right, good morning, everybody. What is it? Was it clap if you can hear me? Yeah, hi, clap twice if you can hear me. What is it? 3 claps? 3 claps if you can hear me. Yeah, yeah, there it is. It's gonna get quiet because we all want to hear you whistle. Yeah.
Can you hear me, John?
Well, hey, everybody, thank you so much for coming today. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Johnny Jennings. This is Brent Gove's team meeting. I'm just sitting in. We do have some guests today. Oh, there's Brent. Everybody say hi to Brent.
Hey, guys.
Are you back in Puerto Rico?
Yes, I can't see myself. Am I in the screen or is half my head in the screen?
Yeah, you're good. So,
Can you hear me?
Puerto Rico. He went straight from Dallas to Puerto Rico.
nice, nice.
Don, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you great.
Okay, can you make it so the people, we can see each other? I don't even know if I'm in the screen with the screenshot.
You see now?
Okay, I'm in the screenshot. Okay, good, because none of us could see each other. Okay, good. What's going on, everybody?
Hey!
Man, so pumped up. John, can I do the first like 5-10 minutes and then give it back to you? Would that be okay, buddy?
100%.
Awesome. Have to get permission from the boss there. So you guys doing good? Right on. So what I want to do is, I know we're fresh off the Build conference. Who's at the Build conference? There's a handful of you that made it all the way out there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what I want to do, I know John has an agenda and I just torpedoed it, but I just want to hear from everybody one special moment, magical moment, aha moment, whether it was Tony Robbins bumping into Glenn Sanford in the elevator, some speaker that said something that just rocked your world. And I want you to think about it. And I know I just threw this on you guys. And when I do that, you're like, oh, so great. And then you can't think of anything. But who wants to go first? I want you guys to share something that was just really good. Everybody that would raise your hand, I saw who you were. You have to say something. So we'll just go around the room for like 1 minute and just share a highlight. Who wants to go first? Let me see a hand. I want to see somebody. Okay, go ahead. Is that Valerie? You're on the side there. There you go. Hey, give Valerie a hand for that hat. How cute is that hat? Very cool.
Anyways, I'm not necessarily, I guess, an aha, but my favorite moment was listening to that couple from Elk Grove talk with Tony Robbins, just about how, taking ownership for yourself in your marriage and, like not always trying to play the blame game if things aren't working out, and just how they were able to turn around their marriage just by thinking introspectively and not just trying to blame the other person and letting it all fall apart. So
Yeah, you can't control your spouse. Stop trying to control them. Be grateful they both reached out to me separately and just said it just rocked them to the core, and how special it was. They're a sweet little Filipino couple. I love them. And it was really cool how Tony said, see, she's blaming him for what she's doing. And he's got this, and we got to quit making excuses. Very good. Thank you very much, Valerie. It's beautiful. Is that Rose? Do I see Rose over there?
No, she's not coming. She had to pick up her needs. Sorry.
All right. Oh, Cindy's there. Cindy was there.
Yes.
Cindy, I want to highlight.
Of course, that couple was a highlight. I think they made us all cry. That was pretty amazing, that story. One of my favorite stories that Tony had was the Zappos story about the customer service. That was so impressive, about the Domino's pizza delivery and how it go over and beyond for your business, for everybody. But I just, I liked a lot of the quotes that he said that I think we've heard, but it just always sinks in when you hear it from someone else. And probably two of my favorite ones that he said is, if you have a big enough why, you will figure out how, which I think is super strong statement. And also, successful people will do what failures won't, was another thing. So those were, just pushing. He was very big about, going to the next level of not being like an average realtor, about what you need to do, go over and beyond. And then he kind of tied it through that breakthrough, when we all had to talk about our breakthrough moments. I think that was really powerful, that we had to tell a stranger about a breakthrough moment in our life and what it was. So that was pretty cool.
Wow, very cool. Right on. Awesome. Okay, turn the thing so I can see who else in the room. Who's next? Who wants to go? Quick, rapid fire. We'll share something. Rapid fire.
Hey, back.
What up? Okay, so mine, people keep laughing because I keep saying the same thing, but mine's a little bit different. It wasn't just how sweet that couple was. I loved watching Tony dig in and go, no, and he would dig in further and further to get to the root of it and get to that core and the heart of it. I loved that. And the other moment for me, I was literally crying, trying to explain this to my nanny, who came to this country at 3, was his name, Thomas Tran?
Tom Trong.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. And then I
That
tried to talk to baby yesterday about it, and I was crying again. That was one of the most moving.
You have 30 seconds to give the rest of the room an idea of what.
One
Just
of the most moving things I've ever heard, that man at 11 years old was like, I'm taking newspaper routes, so my family doesn't have to be on food stamps, when I can't even get my kid to take the garbage out. But seriously, and especially with everything going in Afghanistan, just so moving.
Was it Saigon or Vietnam or something?
Vietnam.
They were on the last boat out of Vietnam, their third
And
child.
literally, relatives are throwing babies onto boats.
Yeah,
His mom
literally,
left.
they sent up all the kids up the rope, and the mom was like, I need you to get up this rope, and then you're gonna help your brother up and your sister up. And they got what was it, Brent, like 5 or 6 kids up on this boat.
Can
And
you
they're all
imagine?
shouting, Mommy, we need our mom. And that's the only reason why the mom, I know, I can't even.
It's making
He did not tell you. One of the things he did not tell you was they missed the boat before that, and they were so stressed.
Before. He said this was their third go, and it was the last boat.
Yeah, well, one of the boats blew up in the harbor.
Oh!
Yeah.
You did not see that.
Thing. It was so bad, and they still got on the boat. They were so desperate to leave because they were going to get wiped out. I mean, it's just crazy. It's like Afghanistan right now. It's just a big mess. Same thing. Okay, who else?
He came from as a little kid, and where he is now, though. Mind blowing.
Oh yeah, he went on to become the president of ARIA, one of the biggest real estate associations in America. He's at EXP. Sean Kokoska, president of MAPS Coaching, most famous at EXP. By the way, yesterday someone says, "Hey, get on this guy." He wrote the Asian version of Think and Grow Rich for Asians. He got commissioned by the Napoleon Hill Foundation. He got commissioned to make the movie for Think and Grow Rich, which is they're doing a showing, private showing tomorrow. And Oprah Winfrey found out. She sent a news crew to him. Mario Lopez from Hollywood, he's on all the movie thing. He's with him. This guy has a list of credentials. So they said he's going to be talking about real estate. He owns, I think, $800 million worth of real estate. He's going to talk about, they go, just jump on. He might talk about EXP. So I jumped on for 5 minutes just to check it out. He was captivating. He goes to his resume. I'm like, wow, this guy's a baller. And he's going on and on and on about technology and the market and real estate. He goes on about your primitive company and you got to adapt to technology or you're going to be gone. He cites all these companies that didn't embrace technology. Then he's like DoorDash and Zoom, who did, and Airbnb and Amazon. Sound like a EXP guy. At the end, he goes, and I did not know this. He goes, and I just got back from Dallas, Texas, and attended this conference called Build. And I'm like, I didn't know he's in the audience. His name is John Chin. He rewrote the Think and Grow Rich from Napoleon Hill for all of Asia. He just made the movie by the Napoleon Hill Foundation. Oprah Winfrey's come, and he was like, my wife is a luxury agent. So I went just because my wife asked me to come like a good husband. I put on events. I was so snarky. I'm like, this thing is going to be, he goes, I want you to know, I was blown away. I think it's the best business event I've ever attended in my life. And I'm like, what? And he goes, and if you're with any company but EXP, I'm just telling you right now, and you saw my credentials, they're going to take over the world. There's nobody doing what they're doing. I'm like, yeah, goosebumps. And by the way, I just saw a commercial presentation and there were 37 of the biggest EXP people on there and they figured it out. We all had goosebumps. It was like the most magical thing I've ever experienced in my life this morning, like 1 hour ago. I'm like, is this recorded? Was this recorded? It was the most incredible thing I've ever seen. So I have the director of commercial. She is the most powerful communicator I've ever seen in my life. And she just crushed it with a capital C. If you know a commercial agent, I got her next week for 1 hour. I'll let you know when. And she's going to present what she printed us in like 20 minutes. And if you're just sitting there going, oh my God, they did it. They did it. And her in 23 minutes, like if you're a commercial agent, you're joining EXP. I mean, she goes, every single one of them are going to come around the world. And one of our EXP agents just did a referral to China. The commission on the referral is $9 million. The net commission. She goes at Coldwell Banker, they get involved in it. And they take 68% of the referral. At Cornish and Harry and these big companies, they're on 50-50 splits with no cap. You guys have commercial agents on an 80-20 with that $20,000 cap. They're going to go bonkers. And then she laid out all the stuff she's doing. I'm telling you, I was floored. And so you guys can jump on that webinar just to check it out, but turn your mics off, turn your mics off, turn your mics off. It's going to happen next week. But if you know anyone anywhere in the world who's a commercial agent, this woman was a communicator. I give her an A++, 10. She killed it. I am blown away. And that's going to happen next week. Side note. Okay. So did I cut anybody off or are we going on to the next person? I can't even remember where we were.
No, you're good.
Okay.
You just go to the next person.
Barry.
Barry or Drew?
Barry, highlight for you.
I'm going to talk about two of them. One will be really quick. One of the first speakers, I've got the slide deck from the event. You guys can get the slide deck if you want. It's at thebuildconference.com. And so I've got the slide deck and I'm going through that with my team. The very first speaker that I'm going through, I'm reminded of the phrase that he said, if you can't buy business, then you don't have a business. And what he meant by that was that if it's not scalable, if it's not something you can spend money and get a return, then you haven't really got it down to a scalable, systematized business. And I think he had only done 400 transactions this year so far. So might be a guy worth listening to. So that was pretty cool. And I think he was your very first speaker. And then the second thing was, and this is off topic, and I'm not going to name the name, but one of the speakers, immediately after she got off stage, was just wiped out. Her energy was gone. She was just done. She was like, had to go back to her room to crash because her energy level was out. Her whole comments was all about why am I not converting more? Why am I not doing more attraction? Why? And this is a person that if I told you her name, she's nationally known. She's as strong as anybody in the whole world. And even her, even at her level, multi-million-dollar level, has doubts, has things, needs a coach. Came out of that conversation. I sent her to a coach and that kind of stuff, but came out of that, off that platform. And you think these people have everything all together, but they're just like you.
Yeah.
They still have things they're trying to achieve and things that they feel insecure on. And I think that's the one thing that kind of shook me the most is like at any level you get to, you're still going to have some things that make you second guess. And you just have to, now in her, she moves forward even with those doubts and fears. And so anyway, so that was my thought.
That's pretty awesome. So what he's trying to say is none of us are perfect. You know, it's the old, be patient with me. God's not done with me yet, right? And we all know God will never be done with us. And we'll, you know, the biggest room in the world is the room for improvement. That's why you can have a different future. You're like, oh, I go, are you stuck being the way you are? Well, no, I'm not. So therefore, if you could change what's going on inside, you could change what's going on outside. But if you don't work on what's going on inside, what's going on outside will never change. That's why I'm begging you to go to a Grant Cardone 10X event. It's not what Grant says, it's what the other 19 speakers say. Go to a Tony Robbins event. It's not just what Tony says. He's got a bunch of fill-in speakers that'll just rock your world. Work on you. It's this thing inside your head that says, I can't be a commercial agent. I can't be a luxury agent. I can't sell 50 homes a year. People don't really love me. You know, all this stuff that goes inside you, but the market's tough. I'm not outgoing enough. I don't have Brent's person. I don't have Barry's person. I don't have Cindy's personality. I know God gave you yours and it's beautiful. You got to quit hating yourself. If you hate yourself, you can't love the world. I don't mean love yourself in a narcissistic way, but you got to love yourself so you can love others. I've never seen one who hates themselves. Look, listen to me. Write this. Everyone write this down. Self-loathing will not serve others. Isn't that cool? It's all about serving others. But if you hate the way you look, you're too skinny, you're too fat, you're too short, you're too tall. Your uncle said this to you when you were little. Your mom said that to you. Your dad never hugged you. All that stuff. You know what? You can make excuses or you can just say, you know what? In spite of that, I'm going to redeem this for my kids. I'm going to hug my kids. I'm going to look them in the eyes and grab their chubby cheeks and tell them I love them. My kids are 25 now. You grab them and tell them you're proud of them and love them, man. You'll rock their world. The tongue has the power of life and death. What are you using yours for? I'm using it for life, really? Because you talk to yourself in here. There's a tongue inside your head that says, who are you kidding? And that's why it's so important to work on you. Read books, listen to podcasts, come to the team meeting. You come to 52 team meetings like this, and maybe you missed 10 because of vacation or whatever, 42. You will be a different person 1 year from now. And it's a progression, okay? And you're going to be with people in this room who love you, who are not sarcastic with each other, who do not put each other down, who lift each other up, who we have your back, we love you, we're for you. And by the way, Rob Litzinger, I apologize. I knew there was something I'd forgotten. The reason that build conference was over the top, and I've had hundreds of people say it was life-changing, powerful, is because James Stroop, and who's in Europe for 2 weeks, and Rob Litzinger, who I begged to take 2 weeks off and not come to the office, man. I'm never disappointed with you, but man, come on, you should not be standing there. He's a maniac. And I'm not disappointed with you, but please, yes, give him a hand. You have no idea. And it was done when you're impressing the people who impress Oprah Winfield. When they come back and say, have their minds blown. And that was James and Rob producing and directing something that was done with excellence. And I am so grateful for everybody. Even Drew, just kidding. See, I just said I wouldn't be sarcastic. I'm teasing. But Drew is amazing. He was like a bodyguard for me and took over meetings. And when I had to leave rooms, he'd take over. He did a great job. And Adam was there. It was just amazing. Barry and Anita were there. It was so great to see Anita. But I love you all. But Rob, just publicly, thank you. Please go home. Go to Tahoe. the ocean. Just go somewhere. You deserve it. Take 2 weeks off. There's nothing you got to do that's, please. But anybody else want to share real quick? Because I hijacked the meeting. I'm giving it back to John. But anybody else? Somebody. John, you.
Just go.
I can't see. Oh, Tom, I can see him. Oh, there he is. There he is. Sorry, I can't see you. I'm not ignoring anybody. Go ahead, Tom.
So the whole event was just over the top. I mean, not just production value wise, but content wise. I mean, obviously, Rob and Drew and James, you guys knocked it out. For me, there's so many nuggets. I took pages and pages of notes, and of course, I didn't bring them today because I didn't know I was going to share. But for me, what really stood out was when Tony Robbins said about focus, state the story, and your focus, what you focus on. And I can just, not for anybody else, but for me, I know I've been focusing on the wrong thing. All the shit that I haven't done, all the production the conversations that went south, the deals that fell apart, the agents that I didn't get that went, I showed them EXP and they ended up joining with somebody else. I'm like, all those those come to Jesus talks that I have in the mirror with myself that I'm trying to let you guys have. Like you said, Brent, you got to love yourself. And that's, I think, hard for me to do sometimes, even though I like myself a whole lot more than I used to, but you know what I mean? It's a work in progress. So when Tony said that, it really sounds trite. It sounds really, the masculine side of me wants to reject that because I think that's being weak. Because I think that's being like I need to love myself, like beneath that. It's really true. You've got to be your best supporter and your best friend. You got to focus on what you want, what you're trying to create. Let the past go, all those mistakes, all this stuff that you didn't do, all the things you didn't accomplish. We all have them, but in KW Bowl, they call it the drunk monkey. That is your worst friend. They say the mind is a dangerous place to go to be. Don't go there alone. We really play these stupid tricks on ourselves, and it doesn't serve anything. And Brent, brother, I gotta say you are the best example of that I've ever seen, and I so appreciate you.
Love you, man. You're awesome, Tommy. Love you. Also, Tom lost his father this weekend, so let's love him. Give him some prayers. We love you, man. I love you. Can we just say a short prayer for you, man? Is that okay, everyone? Lord, I just thank you for Tom. I just pray you comfort his heart and his mind and his family and his extended family, all those brothers and sisters. I mean, you lose a dad. I just couldn't even imagine. I'd just be wrecked. So we just pray you comfort him right now in your son's name, in Jesus' name. Just be with the Costello family and love them all and just give them special encouragement from above. In your name we pray. Amen. Anyways, Tommy, I love you, man. Hang in there. Okay, bro. You bet. Johnny, bring us home. What you or anybody else that was there, but I want to hear a highlight from you. You were there at the event.
I was I was going to do the same thing you did today, Brent. So you've just been leading the meeting for me. So I reached out to a handful of people that spoke. Yeah. Hey, we do have a special guest today, Jen. Do you want to share anything? I know you're here. Do you want to share?
No, I just came for this vibe.
Okay.
Okay, I want to wrap up this thought then. If everybody shared, I just had a wrap up thought. But is someone going to say something that was there that didn't share? Oh, Drew. Drew.
I got one thing to go away from, kind of the focus was that everyone's on the show a little different perspective, because all of that stuff really impacted me as well. But one thing that really impacted me and I got to see firsthand, and Tony talks about it, where you're the sum of the 5 biggest influences in your life, right? And I was so blessed and got to really experience, being around these huge names and realize that they are just people. And, I had multiple meals with Glenn Sanford and got to do meetings, and, Brent would leave and I got to host them, and they're the CEOs there. I mean, it's just a blessing. Okay. And it was so cool to be able to be there and talk with these people and realize they are having the same exact conversations that we're all having the same struggles. They're just having it on a bigger level, right? When we're talking about our little communities, how do we get the biggest market share in Roseville, right? They're talking about how do we get the biggest market share in Brazil, right? Like, it's just the same conversation, but just larger. And it's just this mind-blowing thing where it's like you're they say that once your mind expands, it can never go back, right? And having these conversations with these people that in your head, you make it up to so much bigger, right? But Glenn is a guy that he will literally just sit down. Like there were so many people, without that I was watching, he would come and just have a conversation with them, right? And it's just so cool to be around that. It made it such an impactful thing in my mind of where if you are not where you want to be, get around people that are where you are aspiring to be.
Yeah.
And keep in mind that they're all just people as well. Okay. So try and connect with them on a personal level, not this salesy, BS that sometimes people come to, these people that you have made up in your mind, right? But they're just people. I remember I had a conversation with John. I don't know John's last name, Miss something. He's a big agent out in North Carolina. And he's the one that's like broke the record for the speed that he is building his organization at. Right? Yep. And he's the guy out of New York. But I realized I connected with him on such a personal level. Like we had the same religious background. We met our wives very similar. It was just, there was nothing business related. And he is a guy that is a great person to be around, but we connect on such a personal level. And it's a person that I can have in my five that will just help me grow. Right. So if you're not where you want to be, get around people that are.
Beautiful. And by the way, I see Luis in the room in the back corner. What's up, Luis? How you doing, man?
Pretty good. How you doing?
I know you just signed up somebody for EXP, and he's a go-getter. Is he there? I can't see him. I see a hand. That's all I see. A hand. Stand up. I want the hand to stand up. All I saw was a wrist. Stand up. I can't see you. Hey, how you doing, man?
Luis, stand up.
I hear great things about you, and you're passionate, driver focused, and I'm excited to see what you do. Welcome to the family.
Yeah, Brent, he's 18. He's
That's
18 years old.
incredible.
He's a driver for sure. He's
When
gonna
I
be a
was
hustler.
When I was 18, I was washing dishes at a pizza place. And, I just thought drinking beer on the American River was the thing to do. So congratulations for being in this room. All right. And then welcome. So welcome. And then I'm not gonna skip. I saw Darcy walk in, and Darcy Stratton, what we're doing is we're just sharing one highlight from the Build conference. I know, usually you draw a blank when someone says that to you, but can you think of a moment that was just really cool for you? One of the speakers, maybe the first day or the second day, or something Tony Robbins said, or maybe you're out to dinner at night with the crew, but anything stand out, or just the overall feeling? Can you share it with the group for like 30 seconds or a minute, just to highlight?
Yeah, no problem.
You stand
So
up.
this was my first time seeing Tony Robbins.
Tony wants
You
to
stand up.
So you stand up.
You want to
Hi,
say
guys.
I can see you now.
I think Tony Robbins is pretty cute.
I almost had to duct tape her to the chair.
I was like, oh my God, I was so impressed by him. Okay, my one thing, this is from Tony. Your energy is the most important state to the quality of your life that you
Wow.
That's like right there.
Isn't that
You
true?
just think that every day, just think that in your mind.
Yep. Bring energy to your relationships, your partner, to your children, to your real estate business. We go to an open house and someone has funky energy. Would you buy from them as a consumer? How'd you show up in this room? Like, how did you show up this morning? Did you drag butt in here, or did you come in and lift the room? Like, I'm going to go in there and not be a spasmatic, but I'm going to bring some energy. And I don't know what is about him or her. And they got to smile.
Brent, I gotta say, I've never heard, as long as I've known you, and I've known that the Spasmatics were your favorite, that was actually my first time to see them in concert. And I love them. I thought they were awesome.
Just rub it in.
They
You
were
didn't get the invite,
really
okay?
good.
Just rub it into us.
We had like 400 people go flipping nuts, and I was soaking with sweat. It was disgusting. I led the charge. 80s retro band, baby.
And
Let's
if you
hear it
guys
for
thought
Scorpion.
Brent had high energy before at a
What?
special concert, he was off the hook.
He had them at the Christmas party
Yeah.
last year.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, it was the best Christmas party I've ever been to.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
so
Yeah.
much fun.
Super fun, super fun. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap this up and then I've got a jam. We got some stuff I gotta do here on the island. So I'm gonna let you guys turn the meeting back over and I apologize. But I
Right?
wanna say this.
It's golfing or drinking mimosa by sport.
Neither. By the way, I've already walked the beach this morning, went to I got to a jazz cafe. We had cappuccinos. We went to our crush place. it's been amazing. And it's bright blue sky today. If I showed you, don't pass out. I understand it's pretty smoky where you guys are a little bit. Yeah, sorry.
Don't rub it in,
Right.
don't rub that in.
I will not show you. I don't know. I don't know. It's all, let's see. Come on, focus. I get close to the window, it gets a little blurry. It gets whited out, but it's a beautiful day. So all of a sudden I'm super busy and can't stick around for the team meeting. Don't you ever miss one. But okay, so here's the deal. Where'd this go? Hey, I need to get on my notes. Hey, babe. Did you carry my phone off? All my notes are on it. I'm about to do this. You just grabbed my phone and walked off. All my notes are there for my big grand finale.
Okay,
Why don't you grab my phone and walk off that way? I don't know,
Randall just walked into you.
I sound like a little chihuahua. Hey.
He didn't hear you.
I don't know.
Hey, Brent.
What are you doing?
Share this number with
I'll
me.
do it with you. What do you want?
Send me that phone.
Okay, so take it.
I know.
We're having
Hey,
a,
Brent.
yes,
Brent,
yes.
Frank Crandall just walked in too.
What?
You can't hear me? You should be able to hear me without even the computer. Frank
Oh, Frank Crandall.
Hi, you guys.
Kathy.
That gorgeous team. Look at that team, baby. He's getting me a number. I'm sorry. I'm hijacking the meeting.
Yes.
I just need a phone
You know,
number.
I'm trying to multitask and I heard Chris Kringle just walked in. That's why I'm like, what? Anyways, Frank Crandall, Chris Kringle, you know, when you're 55, you hear what you want to hear. I love Christmas. Chris Kringle, welcome. We love you. How you doing, Frankie, baby?
Brent, baby, what's up?
How you doing? Can you guys hear me? How you doing?
Yeah.
Good.
Awesome. I want to highlight from you for Build one thing, 30 seconds, a highlight, something Tony Robbins said, something the speaker said, you got 30 seconds. Go.
Oh,
You want a second to think about it while I do my wrap up?
give me a minute.
Okay, all right, I get it. Okay, back to my notes. So I want to say this, and you guys will, this is truth. You want some truth? I am a huge UFC fan. I do like cage fighting. There's referees. These guys are willing to get in there and duke it out. I don't like people fighting in parking lots, but it is a sport. And I like to watch Conor McGregor and Nate Diaz. I like cage fighting. So it's just the gladiator in me, whatever. I just think it's cool. I actually know all the fighters. And I just want to say this to you guys. You guys are all MMA fighters. You guys are all cage fighters. And you are fighting yourself. You are beating yourself up for what you haven't done, what you didn't accomplish, who you have not become, and you need to stop it. So it is vital. It is imperative that you stop the war. It is a scorched earth policy, and you are the victim. It is the man in the mirror. It is the woman in the mirror. It is not me. It is not Rob Litzinger. It is not Barry Mathis. It is not Cindy Silva, not Jen Sambos, not Darcy Stratton. It is you. It's not Coldwell Banker. It's not Remax. It's not your competitor. You are your best asset and your worst enemy, all tied into one. And beating yourself up has got to stop. And putting in good things, you can have a good result. You put in bad things, you become a gangbanger, and you go to prison and you tattoo your face. And so, listen to me, right? But I know. Listen to me. I'm being very serious right now, though. Here's the deal. You got to understand, your faces are tattooed. Mine is too, with some good stuff and bad stuff. Well, it's not us. Yes, it is. I'm telling you, you beat yourself up so bad. And so I don't want you to look at me, I love you, Mary Marilyn, who's the fair? I'm beautiful. That's not what we're talking about here. It's called realizing you're a beautiful soul. You're a human being. You're as important as Warren Buffett or Jeffrey Bezos or Richard Branson. You're as dynamic as Maria Munoz and all these incredible women. And you're like, well, I'm not movie star good looks like. Yes, you are. You're a beautiful soul. I think you're amazing. You have to care about your smallest client who wants to buy a little condo in a bad part of Citrus Heights, for 220,000, you can get one now, as much as you care about the one for 3 million. People are important. Every one of your clients are important. The secretaries right there in Regis, they're important. Did you even smile at them? Do you even know their names? Have you even said hello? Everyone in this room, it's not like, oh, there's Drew, there's Rob. I mean, you guys, we got each other. That's the magic on the Brent Gove team. We love people. Jarrell, watching online. Christy Painter, watching online. This is the magic of our team. And there's more people there. I just see their cameras on. So I want to say this. How do you stop becoming a cage fighter? Part of it is becoming aware of the fact that you are your biggest asset and your worst critic, and it needs to stop. You need to listen to the voice that says, I can. Henry Ford noticed it 100 years ago. A man, or Abraham Lincoln, 200 years ago. A man or a woman's about as happy as they make up their mind to be. You need to start making up your mind to be that success is not a destination. It is now. It's great, but if you all be happy when, you're never going to be happy. It'll never fit. You got to appreciate the breath of air right now. You got to appreciate being in the room right now. You got to be grateful and happy with little, and then you will be great and happy with a lot. And if you never get a lot, you're just going to be grateful and happy. Because if it's always somewhere you're trying to get to, I get it, you need money. I get it, you got bills to pay. But I'm telling you right now, the secret to life is having joy right now and being gratefulness. Gratefulness produces joy. And if you find yourself becoming miserable, you're focusing on your problems, on what's wrong with your husband, what's wrong with your wife, what's wrong with your kids. And instead of doing that, celebrate what's right with your kids. I get it. I got kids. You got kids. I got a spouse. You got a spouse. I get stuff that goes wrong. Some days it feels like everything goes wrong. I need you to focus where energy goes, where focus flows. You focus on what's wrong. Everybody's being an a-hole today. It's where you're focused. Smile, love. You meet someone who's an a-hole. Hurt people, realize that they're just in pain. Pray for them. Have empathy for them. Move on. If you can do something for them, slow down. Give the waitress who's just obviously out of her mind, give her a $50 tip. Bring her to tears. I see you're having a hard time today. It's I'm reporting you to the manager and your ass is one. That's not how the world is going to be a better place. Are you with me? Are you with me? You have one wounded person going after another wounded person. See, somebody's focused on gratitude could see that person go, okay, there's something really wrong with, there's something going on here. Hey, how you doing? Everything cool? Can we say a prayer for you? Do what you can where you can. Sometimes they're just not gonna, they're so wounded, they won't let you. And just leave, pray, have empathy for them, but don't be, what an a-hole, what an a-hole. Look what's happening to your state. Are you with me? And so here's how you change it. I want you to come to the team meetings every Thursday. I'm preaching to the choir, you're here. But it's important you come here to hear these messages. The team meetings are all incredible, but over the course of the year, you're going to go to some incredible team meetings that are going to chip away at you and make you a better human being. You're a beautiful soul. The other way you do it is right now, everyone write this down. I will attend a 10X conference. I'm I like Grant. He's a cool dude, but the speakers, when I went to Las Vegas with James, 1 week before COVID broke out, 1 week, and heard Kevin Hart speak. Amazing. Heard Usher speak. Usher. I know he could sing, but when you actually hear the man's story and what he did to break out and to become Usher, it was so inspiring. And to hear John Travolta as a human being, not John Travolta, and to see actually some of his insecurities and to see him get a little nervous in front of everybody. He's reading script and they do it again and again and again until he is smooth as butter. Remember Face Off or whatever, and all the movies he's made? Let me tell you what, he gets nervous like anyone. I saw John Travolta nervous with Grant Cardone on stage. I'm like, he's just a human being. He did so many takes, he just comes off like perfect. But to hear speaker after speaker after speaker, one of the highlights for Barry was hearing one of our speakers just get wiped and get rocked being on that stage and realize as successful as she is, she still has it. Because you guys go, what's wrong with me? There's nothing wrong with you. But you do got to work on you. And so I need you to go to a 10X this year, sooner the better, or a Tony Robbins. 10X events are 3 days. Tony Robbins events are 4 days. You deserve 4. If you had to choose, go to Tony Robbins. They're both amazing. I've been to every single thing you could go. And so I would take 4 days off and invest in yourself. And you will begin, new things will shift and begin to happen in your life. And do it again, then go to a 10X conference and then go to, so 10X, Tony Robbins, say, I'm going this year as soon as possible. Now, Tony Robbins' next event is during EXP Con in Las Vegas, November 9th, 10th, and 11th. Please don't go to Tony Robbins and skip EXP Con. So put this down and write this down. Write down. I want you to write a statement. Grab a pen. I want to see pens. Grab your cell phones. I will attend the EXP Con, our annual convention for the entire company in Las Vegas, November 9th, 10th, and 11th. Just put that in the calendar. I need you thinking that way. I want you to go buy your Southwest airline ticket today while it's $39 one way from Sacramento to Las Vegas, because it will drift up. All of a sudden it'll be $200, $300, $400 to get down there because we have so many people going. Barry just shared with me, we have 21 registered EXP offices in Sacramento, 21, 5.6% market share or something. We're just getting going. We are just getting going. I can tell you star after star after star after star, like 30 of them that joined us in the last 4 weeks in Sacramento. It's coming. Everybody's coming. And we're about to take over commercial. You heard my thing on commercial real estate. It's happening. So I need you to be at EXPCon. And finally, Cabo. Cabo's happening March 6th through the 11th. It is without a doubt the funnest thing we do all year. Last year, minds were blown. So come to Cabo, enjoy it. Our event goes 9 to noon Monday, 9 to noon Tuesday, 9 to noon Wednesday. You know what you do from noon to midnight, noon to enjoy the pool, enjoy the beach, go deep sea fishing, get quad runners, horseback ride, sleep in a hammock, get a massage at the world-class spa at the Hyatt Ziva. You deserve to be there. And it's going to sell out tonight. The Hyatt tickets will sell out tonight. There's only 1,200. We have 62,000 people. Get a ticket today for Cabo. We're going to sell out. I don't need you there. You need you there. Get a ticket for you and your spouse. It's March 6th through the 11th. It is Sunday through Friday. It is without a doubt the most fun. Thursday is a free day. We don't even have anything happening Thursday, but a big party, bon voyage, going away party Thursday night. And then there's a welcome party Sunday night. But the event, the mastermind in Cabo itself is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 9 to noon, the Hyatt Ziva. It'll rock your world. The friendships you make there will last a lifetime. Plug in and grow. Isolate, not good. Not good. We are better together. I'll end with this. The ancient African proverb: you want to go fast? Go alone. You want to go far? Let's go together. I love you all. Have a wonderful week. We'll see you next Thursday. And I'll let John, there's 15 minutes left. Sorry, John, but enjoy. I love you guys.
That's perfect. That's perfect. And we actually have to wrap up right now because they need the room right after this. So you close it down perfect. So please, thank you everybody for coming. When you leave, make sure you push your chair in so that we can get this room turned around fast.